reflexes like a mongoose on amphetamines. Waving his Wilson wand. Super scintillating and sensational from Sosa. It's tennis near the gods. No mortal may approach.
Welcome back to Tennis Near the Gods. I'm Alex, joined with my brother Nicholas. We've been on a short hiatus. We haven't been back in, 2 weeks? 2 weeks. I was sick in the hospital one weekend, so we couldn't do that. Wasn't feeling too great at the beginning of the week. The other week, we didn't have much to talk about. There wasn't much going on. But now we're back, and we're in the middle of the Asian swing. A lot going on. Nicholas, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Just won my tournament. How about yourself? Has Division
Just
1
won
tennis?
Your tournament? Damn, you win one match and then deef to the final. No, or deef.
Yeah, I got a default in the finals.
Nice big win.
Yeah, exactly. But let's get right into recapping Chengdu and Zhuhai and then previewing Beijing and Tokyo, the two 500s outdoors in Asia. So in Chengdu, you saw Pablo Carreño Busta take out Alexander Bublik in the finals. And then in Zhuhai, Alex de Minaur defeated Adrian Manarino in the finals.
I mean, big performance from de Minaur. He was on fire. Guy was playing so well. His match against Roberto Bautista Agut just outclassed him. Took the ball really well. Just took it on, cut off angles on the court, playing everything early, and on top of that, he scraps everything, gets everything back.
I agree to a certain extent of that, but I also thought Bautista Agut. Bautista Agut was completely off his game.
De Minaur. I mean, you can say your point in a second, but de Minaur took the ball early and just took it to Bautista. And to be honest, with a backhand like that, if the way he cut off angles, he just took time away, and Roberto couldn't cover the court. I mean, Roberto's one of the fastest guys on tour, and de Minaur was punching balls past him.
And there were a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes from both wings from Roberto, and I felt like Roberto wasn't able to play offense. He wasn't able to assert himself.
Yeah, because you know why? Because de Minaur took the ball really early and was cutting off the court really well.
Yeah,
it was pushing, and he doesn't play heavy. The ball's flat, so Roberto's playing somewhat similar style to him. And a guy who can play fast and can come forward well, and who can defend at that level. I mean, listen, he didn't play the best match ever, but when you're going to lose at that level, you're not going to play your best match and lose, most likely. The guy's going to have a better day than you, and de Minaur had a much better day and took it to him. It wasn't a matter of fact of Roberto. As a matter of fact, de Minaur played at a very high level and forced the issue, and Roberto just could not flip the switch. I mean, he was behind, and it felt like every single rally. De Minaur was just forcing him back and just surging forward.
Yeah. And then also an interesting revelation in Zhuhai. Nick Kyrgios was ousted first round by Andreas Seppi, and he's not going to play for the rest of the season due to a shoulder injury. But the ATP did conclude an investigation into his conduct from Cincinnati, and they decided...
How long does that take? I mean, it's absurd. You saw what the guy did, and it takes you this long to decide you're going to suspend him for that. I mean, it's a joke.
Yeah, so he's on probation right now, and if there's any infractions at all, basically, he's going to be suspended for 6 months.
He should be suspended. He's an asshole. Ooh, I can't say that. But seriously, I mean, I hope he finds good tennis and he's happy on court, but the stuff he does is absurd. It's shake the freaking umpire's hand. Just because you disagree with him, have some decency and shake the dude's hand.
All right. Well, enough with Nick Kyrgios.
Battled with the ref as if the ref wants you to lose is absurd. It's dude, grow up.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I'm 19, and it's a joke. It's a joke. It's so childish, and he lacks respect for anyone who disagrees or he disagrees with. Just it's absurd.
Oh, and another thing, Andy Murray got his first singles win since hip surgery, taking out Tennys Sandgren. So it's nice to see him back in the winner's circle.
And big win Carreño Busta, man. He's had a tough go at it this year. I mean, he's had some spots where you're okay, he's coming back, but that was a good tournament, and Bublik is one enigma and a half to play. I mean, what a freak on court. Like, the guy just is constantly tanking. But tanking in,
tanking, it's a
his
very
game,
creative
basically.
style, exactly. It's a lot of slicing.
Impossible to play him. Impossible. I mean, 1 second he just goes ace, 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 and then will slap balls and then start slicing and dicing you, grind a little bit, and then just start slapping again.
And he comes to net a lot.
So tough. So tough. But really, what the most important thing is, we got the two 500s. Beijing, Basilashvili defending that title. Let's go. Basilashvili, man.
Uh-oh.
So we'll start off with Beijing. You see...
Dominic Thiem is the number 1 seed, and then Zverev is the 2.
Ooh, quick point. Zverev's back. I say it right now. I've said it 3 times this year.
Look. Zverev's back, but we've also seen him back in other tournaments. It's not like this is the first time we've seen him back.
Dude, he's got some swagger back to him. That match against Tiafoe, he woodshedded him. He did.
Look, I hope so.
I think Laver Cup helped.
That would be awesome, taking out Milos Raonic to clinch 10-4 in the Super.
I think Laver Cup helped just because it was indoors, and now he's coming to a part of the swing where the courts are going to... it's faster tennis. I just think it's going to help him, and that was a positive match to see. I mean, no trouble. He had 3 double faults, but still, 10 aces, 3 doubles, 70% first serve.
Much better than in the past.
Watch out. He's coming back. I mean, yeah, I was really happy to see that. Kachanov had a good win today. And then my boy Ciccinano just can't buy a win in the in the ATP event anymore. Not a big surprise there. He's on hard court. goes to swing first, forehand balls already by him. But yeah, what do you think about this tournament?
I do see Zverev moving through. You saw Stefanos Tsitsipas lose in his first match last week to Adrian Manarino, I believe. He retired before playing the 3rd set. And I don't think he's going to get past. I see Basilashvili moving through his section of the draw to the semifinals, where I think he'll play Zverev. Zverev taking that. I do have to agree with you. I got to ride this Zverev train once again. Roberto Bautista Agut, as good as he is, I feel like this is just... That performance against De Minaur, it's not his tournament, and 2, I really did not like the way he was playing.
I say it's Zverev's tournament. I said it's Zverev's tournament to win. I pick Zverev. I think Dominic Thiem, hard court's just too tough, play too fast. His swing, he can't handle it.
Yeah, no. And I see Kachanov reaching the finals. I really like Kachanov.
Or Berrettini.
Berrettini, yes, but then...
That guy's got such a good game. So big.
I know.
And then he knifes that slice. That thing is a missile, and it's staying so low. I think my upset special would be Berrettini for the final against Zverev, which Berrettini could win, but I say Zverev's tournament.
And that would, if Zverev were to win this would put him into prime contention for making the O2. I think it would move him up to 7th or 8th place.
I mean, listen, Roberto's got some work to do, man. This is a big part of the year. It's not for the faint of heart right now.
No.
He's really got to step up. Because
my upset special would be, not much of an upset special, but Richard Gasquet taking out Dominic Thiem in the first round. I think that's very likely to happen.
Yeah, and
I believe if
Zhizhen Zhang, who took out Edmund, the wild card, when he played in, was it Chengde last week?
And he was playing...
good.
Yeah, was he playing... He lost to Pablo Cuevas, right?
No. He lost to Seppi and Zhuhai.
Seppi,
after having 5 match points.
Exactly.
The guy's good.
Very good.
Or is playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tall guy, blends really well, comes forward. Big win for him.
Yeah.
Big win. 45 points is big, especially when you're 230 in the world. It's a lot of points for 1 week and a lot of money too. Yeah, and I don't think Basilashvili defends nearly the amount of points in this tournament. Unfortunately, I don't see it happening. I see him losing out to Guido Pella, to be honest.
No way.
Dude, Pella's had such a good year. I could see him losing that. I mean, he could win. You never know. He's literally he'll strike gold 1 week and then just go on vacation for the next 3. But we'll see. Then we have Tokyo. Big news in Tokyo. Djokovic is the 1 seed. That's wild. He hasn't played that tournament in a while. Has not played Tokyo in a while.
No, I don't think he's ever played. It's the first time. And
he played Tokyo.
Oh,
it
really?
used to be like Nadal-Djokovic Tokyo final. It's good. So that's exciting news just to see him.
And this tournament is much, much weaker than Beijing, right? You see Borna Church as a 2 seed. The next best player is David Goffin. And then you've got Benoit Paire as a 4 seed. And this is a 500.
I mean, the difference between Beijing and Tokyo is stark. It's a big difference, I think, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think Borna Church is a 2, fake news. Just because the guy, what has he done this year?
He won a Masters 1000 last year.
He's been embattled by injury. Yeah, I know this was actually his time of year with Shanghai. But,
or final.
Yeah, I think Taro Daniel, even though I don't think that happens, but next round, Jordan Thompson won Ignacio Londero. De Minaur, any one of those guys. I don't see it happening for him. Really don't.
No, not at all.
I think watch out for that Fritz Opelka. That's such a good match. Such a good match. I think the winner of that could do some damage. I really like Fritz's game. Dude, watching him play Dominic Thiem in Laver Cup, I know it's Laver Cup, and I say this, that I don't believe it's real. There's no way those matches go down to the wire like that.
I disagree with you there.
There's no way based upon the lineup that they have, that Team Europe has versus Team World. So that's the only thing I'll say about that. That's my only gripe of the day. But Fritz looked really good in that, even though I do believe that it's partially rigged, or they tinker. There's tinkering. There has to be tinkering going on in that.
That's where we part ways, but
I take Fritz in the final.
Fritz going all the way to the finals. Wow.
I say that's my hot take of the week. Fritz in the final.
I'm gonna go with Demon reaching his second straight final.
Back-to-back weeks. I say tough.
Oh, it's always tough, but he's a fighter. He knows how to get it done. He's won 3 titles this year already. Yeah, I know. I'm buddies with him, friends, amigos, but
another point to put out. I don't know why Djokovic is playing this, to be honest, but
yeah, I think it's kind of dumb, especially because he said that he was hurt with his elbow. So why are you playing another tournament?
Dude, I think when I saw this, I said maybe Pui, have a week, my guy, or Cilic. Guys had a tough go at it. I think this. I said it with the grass season. I thought it was going to help the big guys with Khachanov, with Cilic, with Zverev. Didn't end up happening. This is my second go at it. This is my second time. The Asian swing, because it goes somewhat it's semi-indoor. Zhuhai was indoor, outdoor. You can't really tell. There's a roof over, but there's some normal air coming through.
Yep. For both of those guys, I think they've got tough draws playing Tian Chung and Yoshito Nishioka.
These are faster hard courts than what happens on the Golden Swing. I mean, probably similar to the U.S. Open, but still, I think that it should help them. The guys that go after that. I mean, Zverev had quite a year in Asia with Beijing. He had a good tournament there. Looked really good, and then Cilic looked really good today against Yuichi Sugita. Really good. I know it's Yuichi Sugita, and it's not like a Yenlin. It's not a guy who's in the top 30, but still, he looked really good and decisive.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you there.
So,
I mean, there's no question that you're not betting that you're betting for Novak Djokovic.
No way.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not. Not in a fight. Not in this. I say Pui. I could say Pui. That guy. I hope so. I love Pui's game. It's so clean. The firepower off of both wings is absolutely absurd. I say a Pui in the semis against Cilic. Cilic takes out Shapovalov. I think Shapovalov can get a few wins. I think Carreño, Busto, Goffin, they're going to beat each other up.
And look,
That's
well,
always a
look,
war.
this is the only Duffy Goffin is the only real player in this draw that has has a possibility of making the O2. So this is a very high stakes tournament for him.
Yeah, I know, but you have Djokovic in there. That's just gonna screw it up.
But reaching a semifinal, since it's all so close together, it helps a lot.
Yeah. But this is really crunch time. It's gonna be so interesting to see how it shapes out, especially since like the rankings, like Roberto will be seated better towards Paris. No.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think it's
Shanghai
going to be really
shakes out.
interesting to see how all these players handle the situation that they're in, because none of them, other than Goffin it's just interesting. They're in a very difficult situation.
Listen,
it's also
Berrettini-
close and also tight.
Berrettini's is right in the mix. Nishikori, Monfils is playing. He's still playing tournaments at this time of year. I mean, who knew? Zverev, Goffin. I mean, Fonini, the guy can strike gold all of a sudden. He could qualify in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible feasible. I say Schwartzman's out of it. I say Wawrinka,
I agree.
Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Yep.
Unless there's unless something like they win a 1,000 and they have a big result. Like, all right, but within reach are 7 guys jostling for two spots. I mean, I don't. I don't
can't get
remember
better
the
than
last
that.
time. Yeah, I mean, it was exciting when Jack Sock took a week did that week in Paris and then made it in. Like,
Yeah.
The jostling for who gets in the last spot in is exciting. And now that you have 2 spots that are up for grabs with, like, what? You have Beijing, Shanghai, the 250s, but the 250s don't do much.
And then you
in
have
that area.
Basel, Vienna, and finally Paris.
There's like 5 tournaments, and not all of them are going to play. It's going to be interesting to see who's playing what. But obviously, Shanghai and Paris are going to get everyone, and Paris is going to be the last one. So it's going to be interesting to see how it shapes up, and we're going to hopefully be healthy enough to talk you guys to fill you in on what's going on. But I think that's about it for this week. I mean, we're a little rusty, no? Little rusty. Haven't done this in, 2-3 weeks?
I think 3 weeks. It's kind of scary.
3 weeks.
Jeez.
Little rusty. I mean, this podcast, decent, but not the best, right?
Yeah, but we can't be taking a little break. Can't go in the IR.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, the work ethic is so poor.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate the support. If you're listening out there, really do. No, my teammates are helping out a little bit. So, all right. Thank you guys for listening, and catch us next week.